do, like they've never lifted a weight in their entire lives. So I think that whether that's what Phil is referring to, I don't know. But I think that is unquestionably.
No, they're saying men are better athletes overall, but again, we have to add the hockey. And better basketball players than those guys, but definitely it has changed so much, which certainly it shouldn't surprise anybody.
I would say this, because the quote directly from Phil is, Kobe modeled his behavior a lot about Michael Jordan, but he went beyond Michael in his attitude towards training. And I know Mike would probably question me saying that, but he did. Look, Phil was there. He would know better than I would know. There's a difference, I think, between training harder and working harder. I mean, Michael Jordan worked, at least in my experience, about as hard as you can work. If Phil is saying Kobe worked harder, again, he'd know.
He would know.
But as far as the method of training, it's really interesting that you watch. All right, we're Mike and Mike. Much more of this as we continue. Brian Billick going to jump in next. Critical game tonight. The Giants in Washington. Loser falls to 1-3. 1-3 is bad news in the NFL. That and more.
Yeah, wait till you hear the stat on road teams so far this year on Thursday nights.
We'll get to that with Brian after this word from Dave & Buster's. Mike, looking for a new place to watch your team with friends? Dave & Buster's all-new sports bar is the best sports bar ever.
Absolutely. Awesome game day specials every Sunday and Monday. $5 apps like giant Huddle-O nachos or cheesy potato skins with bacon. How do you not love that? You're going to get a great view of all the games, kind of like you're in the stadium with some of the TVs. They're massive, some up to 15 feet. You feel like you're at the game, and the sound coming out makes you going to feel like you're hearing the sound from the stadium as well. And not only do you get to see every game because of the amount of TVs, but here's the beauty of Dave & Buster's. You can play games as well. There are hundreds of games in the Midway. 10 of them are all new. So forget the average sports bar. Get to the best sports bar ever. Dave & Buster's, the only place to watch the games and play the games. Visit bestsportsbarever.com to find a location near you. Brian Billick, next. Mike and Mike.
How's your company's online health? Probably not as good as you think.
Campaign called Rise Up, and that they believe it's helped connect the Falcons better with the city and everything they do in the community, and they believe that it's been a win. They put great effort and time into this. Who cares? They care. And you should care, even if you're not a Redskin fan, because if they're doing this to us, you could be next. Well, our team name's not racist, so we don't care. You don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know where the falling dominoes will go once these people are given a little taste of blood and feel like, oh yeah, now we're going. By the way, Kansas City, you're going to be next. You will be next. Understand that, Chief fans. It's almost like imagine if there were 32 sodas owned by a single beverage company. And there was a small group out there in the media spreading false rumors that one of the sodas, Redskins Ale, was laced with fecal matter. I wouldn't drink that if I were you. Do you think that the parent beverage company would go, well, you know what, we got 31 other sodas. What does it matter? No, they would swing into action. And yet, where's the NFL on this? They're AWOL. What's the big deal, Sage? Change the name, you get a new logo, you get buy a bunch of new gear. What's the big deal? Think about it. Let's just say, for example, if you're a Bears fan, let's just say for whatever reason you were told, your team name has to go. You can't be the Bears anymore. And so we're just going to say Chicago instead and annoy the crap out of you until you change it. And by the way, that iconic C logo, that's got to go too. But hey, don't worry, you can be the Tigers. You put a T on there. It would be the equivalent of revoking your franchise and your franchise's history and everything you loved about the team and the players you rooted for and the gear you had for your entire life and being told, oh, here's an expansion team. Love this team now. That's what it would be like. Like I said, you can sit there and go, thank God that's not me. But it could be you, and you should stand up for the principle of it, if nothing else. So we'll be on the Sims Redskins watch tonight. Thankfully, Fancy Pants Nance, hello friends, has said he will not change his broadcasting habits either way. But, wait till the peer pressure gets to Phil. If the network itself is not using the name on the promos How long can Phil Simms, or how long can Jim Nantz hold out? All right, time to play I'm So Done With. 800-777-2907. I'm sorry, this might be a dumb question. It's Thursday. I'm all worked up.
The home of real sports fans, Yahoo Sports Radio. Podcast any of our shows anytime. Go to yahoosportsradio.com and search the podcast center. Never miss a moment. 75,000 miles is more than just a milestone for your car. It's a reminder.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
I'm good. Hey, sorry I didn't make coffee.
I'm just thinking of myself.
Are you really?
Yes.
I had a cup of coffee.
You had a cup of coffee?
Santha made me a cup of coffee.
Do you want me to cook coffee?
Santha made me a cup of coffee.
Oh, not no.
Yeah. She said, well, did you have a cup of coffee before driving in the rain? I said, no. Do you have time now? I'm like, well, I've got a few minutes. Archie went a lot faster than I thought he would. I'll make you a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I had a cup of coffee with Santha while she was running around like a chicken without a head.
Yeah, we lucked out so much with them.
Godsend. Godsend.
Well, there was a God who sent them.
God.
Maybe they're Jewish God.
And John was downstairs showering, and I was like, oh God, please don't let John come up naked. Please don't let John come up naked. Please don't let John come up naked.
That's the end of our relationship.
I hear the stairs. I said, John, please tell me you're not naked. He peeks through and he's not wearing a shirt. I'm like, oh God, no. Yeah, shorts.
Turns out they're swingers, but they're really smooth for me.
Oh God. I mean, I guess okay. All right, just one time now.
Yeah, but no kissing.
No kissing.
Kissing on the lips.
Exactly, no kissing on the lips.
So baby in a clean one, in a clean junction.
Oh,
He's
really?
3 months old.
How does he look?
And he looks like a sausage. He went from not fitting in it, from being way too big, and now I can barely close the snaps.
What a good baby.
And he looks like a little sausage.
Oh, he's growing up so fast, Bubby.
That's what that baby brain goes for you. You're such a waste. Such a waste. I mean, in like a week or two, he wasn't not fitting, so everything made me think that
Bubby.
You know when I checked when my mom came here? Like 2 weeks ago. We pulled out all the clothes and we did like a session of trying on what fits him. The whole thing.
Alright.
Did you sleep well?
I did. Obviously I had too many cigarettes. I had some issues with itching and hurting myself.
You did tell me about that, and I didn't know if you were talking interesting or not. But you were telling me about it last night.
So I don't remember this. Maybe I didn't wake up for long enough. But so
You're scratching your butt?
I was scratching my butt. I guess you witnessed that. And
You were scratching your butt and you said, I got a problem. And at first I thought you were just sleep talking, and so I kind of started laughing. I'm like, is there a problem that you scratch your butt usually? And I have a problem. I think I have a hemorrhoid.
yeah, I remember that. Okay, so it was like it hurt so bad that it woke me up when I scratched myself.
Oh, did you scratch it? Yeah.
Because I scratched it and I was like, woke me up.
You're scratching your butthole at night.
What?
You're scratching your butthole at night.
How long have I been doing this?
I don't know. I was saying you just like scratch your cheek, but clearly you're scratching your butthole.
Well, I thought I always scratched my cheek. My hole's never been. Well, it might be like. You know how when you've got a tooth that has like a problem, your tongue always works its way to it?
Yeah, you purposely look at it just to see if it still hurts.
Yeah, and even when you're not paying attention, your tongue just naturally goes that way.
Sure.
That happens to me when I had that little scratchy thing on one of my teeth after the doctor's appointment. My tongue
Oh
kept.
my God. I scratched mine repeatedly. Excuse me.
Maybe it's that.
I don't know, but make sure you drink plenty of water. It says if you have to poop. The next poop you have,
No,
it
not.
can make you bleed.
I won't.
It's gonna hurt.
I won't.
So you
I'm
make
not
sure
gonna
you're
poop.
very hydrated.
I'm not gonna poop.
Ever again.
No, never again.
I have cream at home from the hospital.
Butthole cream?
Hemorrhoid cream.
Oh. Can we call it butthole cream?
Yes. You're gonna have to sleep in like disposable gloves from now on. So when you're done scratching, actually only finger. You know the finger movement?
The finger condom.
That's what you're gonna have to sleep in, but only on your pointing fingers.
Well, because I woke up this morning and I smelled my hand. I was like, oh God, what happened last night?
That's what we do in the morning.
Did I have sex with a bear?
But,
Bear's butthole?
our little baby slept 6 hours last night,
Yeah.
which is awesome. They say the goal is to see if you need to get him to 6-7 by the end of 3 months. So we are ahead of the game with sleeping.
Our
And
baby's
then
so
after
easy.
that, you can sleep that for the next 4.5 hours. But then, after the midnight shift,
Yeah.
midnight was the middle of the night one, wake up 3 hours later. Make it till 3 and then till 2 and 5. This time, he slept 6 hours and then 5 hours.
Bobby.
That's why I didn't wake you up. I was asleep because you were asleep.
Nice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But you know who did wake me up? Mr. Hemorrhoid. Old Hemi. Yeah. He's on steroids. I'm quite bothered by it.
Yeah, I was pretty devastated. It's awful. And it hurts to sit on it.
And the fact that I scratched it in my sleep and hurt myself makes me that much more bothered by the whole situation.
No, don't worry about it. You're probably pushing too hard. I always enjoy it.
You know, you sure it doesn't have to do with stress?
I don't think so. But maybe.
How about life dissatisfaction? Does it have to do anything with that?
I do know that if you have dry boobs, they push out really hard.
Yeah.
You're straining your body, pushing. But that can cause it. They say, oh, you know what you should take?
What?
When you come
Oh,
home,
the softener.
Yep, it's something that helps tremendously.
You know what would also might work? Fabric softener.
I know what works.
Santa asked this morning, so how did you guys like the food? Did it treat Alex okay? And I was like, we loved the food. It was so good. I really love the cauliflower. Alex got a little gassy, you know, but everything makes him gassy. She's like, oh, okay. I'm glad you guys liked it. I'll have to make it again sometime. I was like, oh my god. That's like the most poops ever. I had the most poops ever after that food.
I didn't really have any farts.
Fats?
Loud, like sticky farts.
Fats.
I'm gonna go out that quick. After that night, I woke up to see there were like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So there's like no one around for this screaming hard out.
Puff.
That would hurt.
Oh, that would hurt. It wasn't me. That's not me. Love you too. Oh, you know what car I really like? The Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah, me too.
I really like that car, Bubby.
Wait.
Bubby. Bubby.
This is such a weird time in our lives.
I know.
It's kind of crazy. So we're getting through it. And then you can stay there.
Yeah, and then we'll be old. We'll be like, we were young and things were normal, and then we had this baby, and then now things are back to normal, but we're old.
It's like now we have menopause.
Like, now you've got menopause. I've got diabetes.
You already have the baby with pre-diabetes and sweet you're in the most
Jesus Christ, what happened to me? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure both of those are genetic. I'm pretty sure that's a genetic experience from composition from structure. Diabetes and also, when you eat too much sugar.
You eat too much sugar, and it's delicious.
I do, Roger. I don't have a family candy wrapper for your heart.
What? What?
What? No, we're when we were young. We talked about every day for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a diabetes.
Yeah, that was probably one. That's what the doctor said, actually. He said, you remember when you were young and you could eat? Yes, doctor? Boom. Beatus. Don't laugh at Santa saying diagnosis. It's a more friendly way of saying it.
No, it sounds like really serious. Like a cancer or something.
Diabetes is really serious too, I'll have you know. It shortens your lifespan by like 20%.
Yeah, that'd be more like the age. You're too good at doing the same thing as you.
I'm sure John would like to live as long as he can live happily. Happily.
After a certain age, there is no option for living happily.
Oh, yes, there is. Just happiness changes. It goes from being about happiness to being about...
I didn't poop my bed today.
Not about not pooping your bed. It's the little victories.
Yeah.
Not pooping your bed happens to be a victory. Oh, Yabba. I love you.
I make your coffee and I love it. It's very decent coffee, very respectful.
Was it good?
It's pretty good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there wasn't enough of the ground coffee in the canister, so I started measuring and like there's not even a bunch of it at all.
Right.
So it could be like half of a tablespoon more ground coffee, but it's fine. Does the job.
By the way, how's the call quality on this?
So what's quality?
On this call, how's the call quality? How good can you hear me? How badly can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear that it's like either on speaker or something, but
It's on Bluetooth.
yeah, I can tell, but it's still very good.
Okay.
Not much background noise.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Are you using my headset?
No, I'm not. I'm using the car's Bluetooth properties. The car's Bluetooth properties, but I'm talking really close to the microphone when I do
Yeah,
need.
that was really good. So nice to chat with you today.
Yeah, baby, I love you. And how about you have a nice day for a change?
But you try that.
Yeah, but you try that every once in a while.
I guess I was gonna say about you trying to get his first day at work.
But you shut up.
Yeah, I thought that.
You ever thought of that? Alright, beautiful girl. I'll see you later.
Alright, drive safely and I love you and have some fun tonight.
Thanks.
Get over.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
All about making putts. So that's my 4-point plan. Chance.
I liked it. I'm glad to hear what you had to say. I don't know. I'm not feeling it so much, but I think you bring some good points. Keep up the good work, boys. Thanks.
All right, man. Thanks for the call.
Say, this might be a dumb question.
Yes, sir.
As I jump over you, of course.
So go ahead.
In any other sport, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, there's trash talking. What about the Ryder Cup? Is there any trash talking?
Oh, there's gamesmanship, yeah. It's not trash talking
what do you
per
say
se.
on the course when you're going?
You like that putt, sucker? Yeah.
Suck it, Rory.
There's not trash talking in that regard, Murray, but there is gamesmanship. There is little things that go on that you try to get in the other team's head.